there, my fellow wine lovers, and welcome back to my channel, Black Wine TV. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share it, okay? So in the last episode that I did, we tackled Cabernet Sauvignon. And now in this episode, we're going to take a dive into Merlot. People are always asking me, why are wines called Cabernet Sauvignon? Why are they called Merlot? Well, it's because Merlot is actually a grape. It's a grape that is thin-skinned and it's blue. So you get it? Cabernet Sauvignon is a grape, Merlot is a grape, but Bordeaux is multiple grapes mixed together. And Champagne can be multiple grapes mixed together as well, but we'll get to there at some point. But Merlot is a thin-skinned blue grape. It can produce, believe it or not, a rosé, it can produce a white grape, but it mostly, predominantly is used to produce red wine. So today we're diving into the world of Merlot, like I said. Merlot, yes, Merlow is how you pronounce it, not Merlot, okay? Sometimes me and my friends go out, we have glasses of wines, and we'll ask, can I get a glass of Merlot? As a joke, just because it's spelled Merlot. But make sure when you out in them streets, you say a Merlot, okay? Merlot, Merlow phonetically. Merlot is how it's spelled. Now let's dive into some fun facts about Merlot. When I started looking into some of these facts about Merlot, clearly I didn't know much fun facts, but I did find out that Merlot is a French word. Merlot, the name, comes from a French word, merlet, and that means blackbird. So merlet is a French blackbird, and Merlot comes from merlet, right? That's a fun fact. Merlot is also the second most planted grape in the entire world, next to Cabernet Sauvignon, which is number 1. So Merlot is number 2. Merlot's flavor range is crazy. It's quite different. So think plums, cherries, blackcurrant, dill, black pepper, and even a bit of chocolate. It's like taking a tasty adventure with every sip. Now, have you heard of Bordeaux? I think I mentioned it earlier. Bordeaux wine? Merlot is one of the grapes in Bordeaux wine. It's an unsung hero in this beautiful blend along with Cabernet Sauvignon. Merlot adds this velvety goodness to the blend, and it mellows out the big tannin that comes with Cabernet Sauvignon. Which brings me to the taste profile. So when you think about how it tastes, when you do your tasting, you're going to swirl it, right? We're swirling it. We're going to look at the color. We're going to smell it. We're going to sip it. And we're going to savor it. So when you think about that, think that it's low to medium dry, which means is where the smoothest comes from. Merlot is medium to full body, medium to high tannin, medium acidity, and then the alcohol is about 13.5 to 15%. Now, make sure that you enjoy your Merlot at about 60 to 68 degrees, so cooler than room temperature. I know we go to these restaurants and we go to these bars, and you see your wine bottle just sitting in the back with the cork on it, right? It's just been sitting there for God knows how long, and they serve it to you. Sometimes the wine does not taste to the perfection that it could because it's not served at the right temperature. So when you're at home, make sure you try to put your red in the refrigerator in a nice cool place so that it can remain at about 60 to 68 degrees. And that is the proper serving temperature. Now let's dive into the Merlot growing region. So when you think about, okay, I want to buy me a bottle of Merlot. Well, what makes one bottle good from the other bottle, okay? So Bordeaux is a region in France. So if you think Pomerol, Saint-Emilion in France, it is the VIP lounge for Merlot. So you cannot go wrong with getting a Merlot from Bordeaux. It's making its wines very elegant out there. So make sure you try yourself a nice French Bordeaux. Also, Napa, baby. We all know that great wines come from Napa. So over in Napa, Merlot soaks up the California sun, which makes it a bit juicier and then a lot smoother. When you think about the temperature, the terrain is really what makes that grape really smooth. Now, Tuscany. Italy's Tuscany is where Merlot and other grapes go to create that legendary drink that we know of as a Super Tuscan. It's like a grapes adventure. If you've never had a Super Tuscan before, this is your chance to go. Find you a Tuscan, a Super Tuscan with Merlot in it from Tuscany. Okay, that's the way to go. Last but not least, Chilean charm. Okay, we're talking about Chile's Chihuahua, I cannot pronounce that valley, is Merlot's playground, producing wines that are vibrant and really packed with personality. Okay, we know how it should taste. We know exactly where to get the best wines from. We're talking about Bordeaux. We're talking about Tuscany. We're talking about Italy. We're talking about Chile. We're talking about Napa. That's where you get it from. Now, what are we going to pair this Merlot with? Okay, picture this. If you're a fan of roasted turkey or lamb chops, these types of meats pair very well with Merlot. It's like a tasty explosion, or like really having a party in your mouth. But if you're more of a charcuterie person, which I am, right? I don't really do the meats, but I'll do the charcuterie. The charcuterie board cheese lovers, grab yourself some brie or Gouda and then watch them dance. Watch those taste buds dance with the Merlot's fruity notes. If you have a sweet tooth, believe it or not, Merlot has got your back. So if you like chocolate desserts, this is the wine to pair it with. It's like a dessert inception, a treat within a treat. It's hard to believe because it is a red wine, but remember I told you earlier one of the notes in this Merlot is chocolate. So it's a good pairing for a chocolate cake. So remember, whether you're sipping on Merlot like a sophisticated connoisseur or just having a laugh with Merlots, remember, it's always fun and full of flavor in the world of wine. Cheers to Merlot, the grape that never takes itself too seriously, because most people don't even think to buy it, so it can't really take itself seriously. But always remember, grab a glass, like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you enjoy. Oh, don't leave yet. Lastly, if you have any questions, comments, make sure you put some comments below. Make sure you share it. Make sure you ask me any questions that you have regarding to wine. I want to be here to answer those questions for you guys. So thank you for watching my channel and hope to see you next time when we talk about a different grape. I wonder what it's going to be.